But the fight is over, and it is a record-breaking victory for the US here in Wisconsin.
It's my honor to introduce our 2023 US Ryder Cup captain, Jack Johnson.
Breaking news, it is Luke Donald who will captain Europe for the first time in Rome 2023.
Pinching myself, knowing that I'm the captain, leading the European side.
I'm excited to be here in 2023. I cannot wait.
Fans really understand there's a great rivalry. There's way more raucousness. People are rooting for their country.
The Ryder Cup captivates a totally different audience, and it captivates a sports crowd.
It's the biggest sporting occasion in the world at the time, and I just think everybody in any walk of life, they tune in to watch the Ryder Cup.
It's this big story of us against them. European fans really enjoy supporting European team.
It's like the Super Bowl of golf, and people really get into it. I mean, you see people dressed up, and they sure wear a lot of red, white, and blue and the colors of Europe during the competition.
The fans are a huge advantage, and there's an energy that is delivered to the players.
The Ryder Cup is loved by players, it's loved by the fans, it's loved by everyone who watches it. They can feel that passion, that energy.
Being a fan of the Ryder Cup is an experience that goes from a small group of people to tens of thousands of people.
First tee is absolutely electric. You have to get up extremely early, so it's dark at the start of the day, 5 o'clock, and the atmosphere just builds and builds and builds until that first tee off.
I'm not sure there's any sport that really gives you that breadth and that intensity of the moment.
The crowd are amazing, and they make the Ryder Cup what it is.
The Ryder Cup is an iconic moment for golf, and it is going to be in Italy, in Rome, so I'm very, very excited. Marco Simone is going to be a great venue, and it's obviously a great golf course and challenging also for players. I can't wait to come and cheer for Europe. Italians are going to come here to support Europe because it's a great event and it's one of the best sports events in the world. I think the first tee is obviously an iconic moment. All the fans create a great atmosphere.
You can imagine how many noise here. From there, from here, from there. All the people along the holes.
The golf competition, normally everybody stay silent, but the Ryder Cup is shout, it's crazy, everybody can make noise, every kind of noise.
I've seen the Guardians on TV and they are hilarious. Guardians, they're going to be first place there on the first line. They are trying to make people laugh and players feel good on the first tee.
It's a party. The Ryder Cup is a party.
We're probably sort of a pool of 12 in all, and it started at Nottingham University, so that's where we just spent endless hours in the student union watching the Ryder Cup when it came around, and various golfing strays and vagabonds have kind of been added to the group, friends of friends, as they've come along. Only entry criteria is you've got to bleed the blue of Europe and you've got to love golf like nothing else on the planet. Hey buddy, 3 seats please.
From there we sort of evolved into putting some outfits together and then seeing where we could take it from there, really.
It's sort of stabilised at about 12 people who meet that and are prepared to give it their all and not sleep for 5 nights every 2 years. The Ryder Cup, it makes people very happy. Singing makes people very happy. You mesh those two together and you've just got just a whole bucket of happiness. Hello, mate.
The atmosphere is clearly electric on its own. You've got the ole oles and the Europe, but we just felt there was an extra dimension that we could bring, and it's just evolved from there.
It is a haphazard affair, let's be clear. None of us can sing, none of us have any musical ability whatsoever. So we're taking songs and we're taking players and we're trying to hash the two things together. So there's a lot of Google, what rhymes with Hovland. Stick that into Google and see what it comes up with.
York beats the USA.
It starts probably a year out. There's WhatsApp groups, there's subgroups to the WhatsApp groups in regards to different songs, trying to look at who you think is going to be in the team. And then you sort of link the name of that player to songs and just see where we can go from that perspective.
Do you come from Spain and hit the ball a mile? You do wrong, 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 you do wrong, wrong.
Done, that's just big tick, isn't it? Big tick. With enough time and enough beers and enough friends getting together, you end up with some quite funny stuff.
So let's raise the bar and our pints to the stars. She's up all night to the sun, I'm up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night for Shane Lowry. We're up all night for Shane Lowry. We make friends from all over continental Europe and some fantastic friends over in the States as well. There's a rivalry and a passion there, but there's also a real camaraderie of everyone really just loving the sport, loving the game.
We are the Marshals, American Marshals.
The American Marshals are the unofficial supporters of the U.S. Ryder Cup team.
The American Marshals started and really were born at the Valhalla Ryder Cup in 2008. We were sitting on the grass watching the Ryder Cup, and we said, look at all these Europeans dancing, and they're in costumes, and they're chanting and singing, and the Americans were just sitting there. So we said that in the next Ryder Cup in Wales, we were going to be in outfits, and we're going to sing, and we're going to chant, and we're going to show the Europeans that the USA can do this. All right, Marshals, thanks for everybody getting together today. It's another prep for another Ryder Cup. It's Rome, and it's just about 2 months out. This is going to be exciting. It wasn't very hard to find 13 guys to do this. I've got a list right now of over 100 that want to be a part of the American Marshals.
Ain't it fun?
Ain't it fun?
Be in Rome.
Be in Rome.
U.S. team.
U.S. team.
In the zone.
In the zone. We wanted to be the 13th man for the USA Ryder Cup, so we wanted 13 guys. And so when we went to Wales, we decided we had to have some kind of an outfit that we would look different than the other fans. So we came up with the Minnesota Vikings. We're all from Minnesota, so we wear our horns. The Minnesota Vikings horn. We're Vikings bands.
Oh, the Vikings are out.
And then a couple of Ryder Cups later, we decided the PGA wanted us to go USA, red, white, and blue jerseys, horns, and the American Marshals continue to transform.
The horns are very sacred. That's what we really protect.
When the horns go on, we're about a foot taller, so we stand out. There's an energy that comes with it, and a big part of it is the horns.
Jeff Dremel, who's part of the PGA, him and I designed the jerseys every Ryder Cup.
Yeah, so guys, here's the new one. We've got our brand on the front, and to endear the locals in Italy, I'm hoping this says we love Italy.
Oh, nice. That's
Can
awesome.
you say that? Emiliano Italia.
We always have the American Marshals logo on the front. And the cool thing this year, we've got bars on our sleeves, you'll see. And that's for how many Ryder Cups we've gone to, being the 8th Ryder Cup.
All right, boys. These are our away jerseys this year, as you can see. I can't wait to go to Italy and to see the people from all of Europe dressed up in the colors of Europe during the competition.
My first Ryder Cup was Celtic Manor. It had been washed out on the Sunday and they were playing on the Monday, so I got a train up to Cardiff, slept on someone's sofa, woke up nice and early, and I managed to get onto the green on the 17th to watch GMAC bring it home against Hunter Mahan, which is pretty cool. So this is us, first tee, 2010, Celtic Manor. And then we're in there somewhere. Yeah, there we are, just under the balcony with Monty celebrating. What a day. The highlight for me was high-fiving Monty on the 17th green when we managed to squeeze home in one of the tightest Ryder Cups ever. Ole, 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 ole. The colours blue and yellow match the European flag. A lot of people mistake us for European Superman or European Spider-Man, which we're happy with, but we are definitely banana men through and through.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Come on in.
There was 2 of us at Celtic Manor, there was 4 of us at Glen Eagles.
Afternoon, bananas.
There was 10 of us at Le National, and there's hopefully going to be 12 of us in Rome. We are all friends from university, from all over the country. We've got some amazing songs from the Guardians of the Cup, and we've obviously got the best players as well. So Europe always win the sing-off, which is helpful for the players.
It's one of the things that makes the Ryder Cup so special, you know, to hear such a big crowd obviously singing your name or singing a song about you is sort of unreal for us.
Frankie, 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 Frankie Molinari, and then everyone goes mental. Tommy, 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 Fleetwood, Frankie, 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 Frankie Molinari.
I guess for us it wasn't such an unexpected pairing because we're really good friends and we had been, you know, sort of pressuring Thomas Bjorn to play us together.
I thought we'd play well together. I think we're really well matched, both personality and game-wise. It was pretty seamless, which was such a cool feeling.
It was absolutely sensational match play golf. They were unbeatable. I think if they played 100 matches, they wouldn't have lost.
You could see the crowd was sort of taking to us and liking us more and more. Every game we were winning, you know, the support was bigger and the chanting started.
I'm not entirely sure of where the chant came from, but it certainly caught on extremely quickly.
It's weird. It's pretty weird for us golfers because we're not used to it.
For sure, I didn't expect the sort of reactions that we got, but yeah, I'll take them any day.
Tommy, 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 Fleetwood.
That chant managed to get its way onto trains, planes, and automobiles, and I'm pretty sure it's going to rear its head again in Rome.
My name's David Johnson. I'm an insurance agent in Mayville, North Dakota, but you may know me better from the 2016 Ryder Cup at Hazeltine as the $100 putt guy. I am an average golfer at best. I get out there maybe once a week, but I am not an everyday type of golfer. We are in a small town, rural North Dakota, population roughly 1,700. We have a lot of generational farm families in this community because it is so special to a lot of people. The 2016 Ryder Cup at Hazeltine, it was Thursday, the practice round. Rose, Henrik Stenson, McIlroy, and Sullivan. We're putting around and I decided to yell that I could make the putt.
I'll do it.
And Stenson looked at me, looked back at the putt, looked back at the crowd, walked towards us and said, "Who said that?" And first instinct was to hide a little bit, but as soon as all the other patrons looked directly at me, it's like, well, this guy's about to get kicked out. And I said, yeah, it was me, I said it. So he said, all right, come on, make the putt. So just as we got to that point, I saw Rose running up. And I wasn't sure what was going on at first, and then he put the $100 bill on the ground.
All right, big shot, come on then. If it's so easy, why don't you have a go? Here's $100. You make it, $100.
They looked at each other and said, you know what, we should probably give you Andy's putter. It's quite a bit shorter, you know, make it look a little foolish. And so I got that, and I kind of heckled with them back and forth as I walked around. And in my head, this was not going in. I'm fully aware that I'm missing this putt.
I'm like, there's no chance this guy's making the putt. This is my chance to humiliate this guy in front of everybody.
Actually, somebody from the crowd yelled, there's 1 million people watching. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. I hit the putt and it took off like I was on concrete. Hit the putt and the hole got in the way.
He's just celebrating. Obviously, he made me look so small, which was brilliant. Just a really fun moment, and he definitely got the upper hand on that one and walked away with $100. But good for him. That was cool.
Immediately, a member of the European Ryder Cup team ran over, said, I'm glad we caught you. We'd like to take you down to the practice range and interview you.
David, explain to us what has just happened out there.
I still haven't processed it. Surreal, fun, exciting. Can't believe it.
So we got Stenson there and Rory there and Rose right there in the middle.
He was down at the Ryder Cup with his cousin and his dad and some friends and stuff. And I got a phone call from one of my friends. It was actually a FaceTime. He said, oh my gosh, Lindsay, is this your husband? And he was like turning his phone around to show me the footage. And I was like, yes, but what? And he's like, that's so cool. It's so great. And okay, awesome. Thanks for calling. You know, and we had a really short conversation where I was like, oh, that was weird.
My phone went nuts. I think my battery lasted for about another 35 minutes before it was shut down. There was about every news station, radio station calling my wife. I didn't get to watch another golf swing. Rory's the one that tweeted it. Something about the Ryder Cup has officially begun, and it was on Rory's Twitter account that I first saw the video be posted on.
And then it had gone viral. And they said, look at Twitter, look at the Facebook page. And it was all over. And then I realized it was kind of a big deal. And maybe his 15 minutes of fame were happening.
Found out that I had a piece in this book. Chapter 20, if you want to read it. It's the first 2 paragraphs. I woke up Friday morning and was on ESPN. It involved no skill and it was 100% luck. So everyone could relate to that and the emotions of it. My reaction to the moment drew a little bit more fun with it than that otherwise would have happened. I did get to try to replicate that exact same putt. A member at Hazeltine called me up and said, hey, would you like to come play around? And tried to make that same putt again, unsuccessfully. That's got a chance.
I think the fact that you can get so close to the players on the first tee, on the greens, is pretty special. It's also not your normal golf event. There's loads of singing, there's loads of competition, there's loads of camaraderie, and it's fiercely competitive, but it's also really good fun.
We get chills going to these Ryder Cups, and we get excited talking to the fans. We're all about fan engagement, fan enjoyment, and we love the Europeans and we love the USA fans. So we're for both sides.
We don't boo. And you know what? That's not what golf is about. If you're a golfer, you know it. If you're not a golfer, you may not know it. But it is cheering awesome shots and really the respect of golf.
We all work together to find the right words and the right songs. We can't do 12 songs. We have a core of 5 or 6 songs that we all do very, very well that we can sing in our sleep.
Ryder Cup, Ryder Cup, Ryder Cup, Ryder Cup. U.S. team, let's fire up. U.S. team, let's fire up.
The American Marshals ultimately are a bunch of cheerleaders. In fact, we're not even very good-looking cheerleaders, but nonetheless, we're cheerleaders. And it's the same with the Guardians.
You put these on and your whole life changes. It's a whole nother deal. We're going to another level.
Transformation.
We love the Guardians. We love going at each other a little bit. We love being together. It's really fun when we get together at a restaurant or bar at night and they see us not only as enemies, but as co-patriots.
You know, we all come together. It's not about the Guardians, it's about the bigger piece and bringing all those like-minded fans together, really. This one came on the radio and it immediately struck a chord.
In Paris, there was we wore yellow berets instead of the flat caps, and we sort of did our own version of golf ball onions around the neck. So we're trying to think of what we can do equivalent in Rome.
I think we're in Rome now, Rome now. Ole, ole, ole is the only sound.
We really want to also give a tribute to Marco Simone, the golf course. We want a tribute to Italy. We want to give a tribute to Rome.
Here's the one we're going to sing with the Guardians. I really like this one a lot. We love Italy, we love Rome, and the fans of Mark Simone. To the folks at PGA, this course deserves a lay. A lay, a lay, a lay, a lay. A lay, a lay. All right, we're good.
We like to be short and sweet and to the point. And really, we're trying to focus on how do we get the fans engaged and excited.
Come on, boys, let's party. Stromboli and Peroni. Stromboli and Peroni. Wanna get to know me? Wanna get to know me?
If you watch the American Marshals at a Ryder Cup, we have a great time. We sing, we chant, we talk to the fans.
Fantastic.
We're jumping up and down, we're hugging the Guardians, so it's just a good time.
A great bunch of guys. I wish you all the best in Italy.
We're not going to create the atmosphere on our own. The cloak of invincibility. We want to supplement and add to the atmosphere. That's our aim, and hopefully we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll leave it to the 7,000 to billow the ole, ole, oles. As long as we're drowning out the US band of supporters, then that's the main thing.
We're pretty confident we will be there with bells on, in fine voice, with a load of fans singing along to. It should be awesome.
I can't wait for September to come. I think it's going to be very funny and very exciting for me that I'm going to watch.
Rome is going to be perfect.
It's huge for Rome and it's going to be very exciting for all the fans.
You can mix with everybody across Europe, but also the Americans. They tend to be quite boisterous and they tend to always come with plenty of positive energy.
The Ryder Cup is definitely a party. It's unlike any other golf event. It just brings people together, and it's really an amazing experience.
Every single person that is cheering is your new best friend. So there's nothing that is going to get in the way of everybody having a good time and cheering for their side.
We have a 13th Man Creek. It's on our website, it's on our Facebook page. It's very short and it's very simple. And it reflects both teams. I am the 13th man. I support with pride my Ryder Cup team. I value sportsmanship over partisanship. I do not cheer failure. At the Ryder Cup, putts are holed, arms go up, dreams are achieved. Men become legends, and we, the witnesses, take home memories we share forever. I'll be watching, I'll be cheering. I'm the 13th man.